You call me a saint, but you know I'm a stranger, all willing and able to do what you want. You think I'm a thing.
Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from my private serpentarium. Welcome. Jspyder and I are going to be doing a special Brachypelma smithi video. For those of you who think Brachypelma smithi were renamed to hamorii, you've been misinformed. A new species was identified, Brachypelma hamorii. I have a whole video about it. I'll link it below. Anyway, these are smithi. The female is on Jspyder's side. The male is here on my side. And what do you say we just introduce this beautiful couple? All right.
Okay.
So let's let her out first, of course. She's nice and heavy bodied, so make sure she doesn't fall. She's in kind of a tall enclosure because it's a like a custom build. It's actually out of a ammunition case. It's really cool. You guys have seen it before. I'll link that video too. Okay. What a beautiful girl. I'm trying to figure how old this girl is now. Brachypelma is a slow-growing genus, and this is a specifically slow-growing species. So this is my girl. This male came from Eric Chung out of Florida. This is a breeding loan. He is the owner and operator of Chung Reptiles. I had never worked with him before, so I'm pretty excited about this. His male arrived in beautiful shape. He has not been mature for very long. This will be their first interaction, so it'll be exciting to see what happens. This species is not necessarily known for particularly aggressive breeding. We did publish a really nice bird eater breeding video just the other day with one of my interns, Deadly Reptile Man. It was really awesome. Normally I introduce a male to a female's enclosure. Her pheromones are all over the place, and it's very easy for the males to quickly figure out that they kind of go into breeding mode really quickly. They realize they're in the presence of a fertile female. However, because we're not doing that, he's going to have a bit of a difficult time kind of figuring out that he is in the presence of an available lady.
Her enclosure is pretty deep, so we wanted to not risk the chance of being able to get in there if we needed to intervene.
Yeah, it's kind of like throwing him in the Coliseum with a lion. Yeah. Okay, that's a tremble from him. Of course, normally they're on a kind of a mat of web that those vibrations, you're going the wrong way, silly, that those vibrations can travel on. So we want to see them come kind of front to front, front leg to front leg. But let's give her a little bit of time to pick up on his signals. So when a male is had his ultimate molt, you'll know that he is of a sexually, he's reached his reproductive age. The females become sexually reproductive and continue to live on and have multiple molts. The male will lay a long, thin web and actually deposit sperm onto it, and then they use their pedipalps, which are the short front leg looking appendages. So they have 4 sets of legs on each side, and then the little pedipalps in the front. So they deposit sperm onto the sperm web, and then those pedipalpal bulbs are like suction cup bulbs, and so they'll go and they'll harvest that sperm from the web and keep it into their pedipalpal bulbs, and then she has a slit on her belly called an epigastric fold. Oh my gosh.
She just wants to. Nope.
What's going on? Okay. So, he's finally been able to coax her into a, well, his little legs are just trembling, into a good position. We had to encourage her a little ourselves, and we're trying to get them off the log so you guys can observe what's happening. Level the literal playing field. Don't want to hurt their toes. Alrighty. So obviously, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see her reared backwards, and you want to see him pinning her front legs back. And she has a slit on her belly called the epigastric fold. And whoa, ew. So he needs to take his pedipalpal bulbs, and he's going to kind of pump them into her epigastric fold rhythmically, ejecting that sperm into her. And so she won't become pregnant or gravid or have fertilized eggs at that time. What she will do is she will store that sperm for as long as she needs, up until the next time she molts. And when she sees a fit time to lay an egg sac, as she is laying the eggs through her epigastric fold, they'll be fertilized at that time, which is really interesting because I mean, this is such a slow growing species that could be a year or two that she continues to deposit holds deposited sperm. So he looks like he is whoa, ready to disengage. It's okay, buddy. Well, that was pretty exciting. We had like a 10-minute stalemate there where nothing was happening, and we had quite a long period of time where they kind of like weren't even seeing each other, and we were there. Anyway, it looks like we had a successful lockup, so hopefully I will be contacting Eric Chung in the near future. Well, as I said, it could be a while. This is actually one of my bucket list reproductions. This is an animal I've been pairing up on and off through the years for 20 years, and just through a series of flukes and bad luck and I don't know what else, never done it. So fingers crossed, everyone, maybe this will be the time. What do you predict, Jspyder?
The tie looked pretty good. It's just very difficult to tell because obviously these two specimens haven't been bred before. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that even though they have nature, an instinct of what they should do, it probably doesn't go as planned even in the wild for them, right, as much. So it's pretty neat to see that he was being extremely receptive, and she almost kind of didn't know what to do until we kind of helped her get in the right position, and then they locked up, and then just nature took its course after that. So
really amazing, beautiful, amazing species. She still has a lot more growing to do. She's still relatively young, and by that I mean like probably 5 or 6. Actually, I think she's 10 years old this year. But these females can live for 25 years. The male, as I said, is at the end of his lifespan. He's probably around 5 years old. So that's pretty amazing. And so if you think about the way that works in the wild, that's really interesting. Definitely not the same as species Homo sapien. Anyway, a lot of Brachypelma were renamed recently, so we're going to do a video about that coming up. You've probably heard all about it, but I'm going to give you the rundown. And so comment below whether or not you think this lovely lady will drop an egg sack. Congratulations to Eric. First of all, I think your male just lost his virginity. And second of all, he's still alive to tell the tale. So that was awesome. I hope you guys liked this one, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
But I'm just a singer, all messy and pretty, just making believe. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Down to obscurity, don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know.